2014. I believe those were sent to everybody electronically. Can I have a motion to approve the minutes?
So moved.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Are there any additions or corrections to the minutes that we received? Hearing none, call the roll, please.
Mr. Epstein?
Yes.
Mr. King?
Yes.
Mr. Casper?
Yes.
Mrs. Hill?
Yes, and it's approved. Our main item of business tonight is to elect officers and establish our 2014 meeting dates. The election of officers comes first. We are looking to elect a chair, a vice chair, and a secretary. I will share with you that Daryl and I were talking here for a few minutes, and was there any really requirement in the code to have a secretary, since most of that is taken care of for us. But we're going to, since the township bylaws sort of indicate a secretary, we will do one, and there's going to be some further research to see if that's actually required by the code or not, just for future references. So our first order of business is to elect a chair. Do I have any nominations?
I think your performance warrants reappointment.
I will take that as a motion for me.
I will second.
Motion and a second. Are there any additional nominations? Hearing none, call the roll.
Mr. Epstein?
Yes.
Mr. King?
Yes.
Mr. Casper?
Yes.
Mrs. Hill?
Yes, and thank you for your confidence. Our second one is to elect a vice chair. I think our current vice chair is Mr. King, if I'm not mistaken. Do we have any nominations for vice chair?
I nominate Mr. King.
I'll second that. Is there anybody else who'd like to step up and make any other nominations? Hearing none, call the roll.
Mr. Casper?
Yes.
Mrs. Hill?
Yes.
Mr. Epstein?
Yes.
Mr. King?
Yes. Thank you.
And our third is secretary, and we aren't sure who the current secretary is.
I think that's Mr. Creaky.
Yeah,
I'd
that's
like
what
to nominate Mr. Kriege since he's not fluent tonight.
I second that.
I believe we have a nomination and a second for Mr. Creaky, since he's done such an outstanding job of that in the past year. And any other nominations? Hearing none, call the roll.
Mr. King?
Yes.
Mr. Casper?
Yes.
Mrs. Hill?
Yes.
Mr. Epstein?
Yes.
So we have our officers. All those motions were passed and carried. The next is to establish the 2014 meeting dates. They are traditionally the second Wednesday, right, of every month.
Yes.
At 6 o'clock. There was some discussion here that the trustees have changed some of their meeting times, and the BZA have changed some of their meeting times to 4 o'clock. So we know that we pretty much need to stick to the second Wednesday in order to meet all the deadlines for the trustees' meetings. We need to have that spacing. That, I think, has seemed to work well, but I think there is also a question whether 6 o'clock is still a good time. So, anybody have any thoughts?
Unless anyone's come up with a major conflict, and as long as it works out with the current timing of everything, I think we ought to just keep the same.
Keep
Unless
Wednesday at 6?
Yeah, unless somebody has a conflict with it.
I could go a little earlier if anybody wanted to, but
Go a little earlier as well.
I know some of you are coming from work and it's a little more difficult. So if 6 is better, it's fine for me.
I think we probably also have some people who want to attend the meetings after work, so.
Okay. Well, then let's stick.
Give them a further opportunity. That's good.
Do I have a motion to keep our meetings on the second Wednesday at 6 o'clock?
So moved.
I have a motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
Motion, a second, to keep the meetings of the zoning commission on the second Wednesday of the month at 6 o'clock. Any other comments? Call the roll.
Mr. King?
Yes.
Mr. Epstein?
Yes.
Mr. Casper?
Yes.
Mrs. Hill?
Okay, yes. Motion carries. And can you put together some kind of a little schedule that you send out to us, my cheat sheet, so I can write it down in my calendar? Yeah. I think that actually works out even with school schedules and everything for those of you who face those challenges, because I believe the big break this year is the first week of April, so that should work out. To the best of my knowledge, we have no old business or new business. Our next meeting, which I've been told we will have something, would be March 12th. And I know we have some people here. Is there anybody here who wanted to address the zoning commission, or are you here as observers? Observers? Okay. Is there anything else that we need to discuss for the good of the order? Daryl, anything we need to know?
No, not really. I'm kind of looking, you might see this coming down the road in a few months. We currently don't have any parking requirements for fitness centers, and it seems like those are popping up left and right. So it's something that I was looking at putting into the zoning resolution. Looking at other townships and municipalities as far as what they have, it seems like 1 per 200 square feet would probably be what we would go with, which is also our requirement for general retail, and most fitness centers tend to be in a retail strip mall. So being that it would be the same as retail, I don't know that we even really need to specify that in the parking regulations or not. It's just something I'm kind of toying with right now and doing a little bit of research. The other thing is, in regards to parking requirements, surprisingly, we don't have any parking requirements for gas stations. And for the most part anymore, a gas station is almost more like a convenience store that happens to sell gas. And we do have a parking requirement for convenience stores of 1 per 300 square feet. So again, we might just kind of, if it's not broke, don't fix it, maybe just leave it, or...
We're checking out.
Yeah, I'm just looking into what other municipalities and townships have and seeing what works or doesn't work and what might work or not work for Sylvania Township. So that's just a little...
And I noticed that building permits are up or something. There was something in the paper, something about more building permits had been issued for housing. And
well, yeah, housing, we had, what, 81 last year, I think? Something like that, 80-something
Yeah.
single-family dwellings. And the previous year, 2012, we had 50, and we were excited about that because that was the best year since, I think, 07. And then last year we had 80, so it kind of sets the bar high for this year. But we've already had 4 in January, which is pretty good. January is usually a slow month for housing permits, so to have 4 in January is good, so hopefully it's a good omen.
Especially with the weather.
Right.
Yep. Anything else for the good of the order? If not, I will entertain a motion to adjourn.
So move.
I'll second that. Call the roll, please.
Mr. Epstein?
Yes.
Mrs. Malloy?
Yes.
Mr. King?
Yes.
Mr. Casper?
Yes.
And we will see everybody on March 12th.
Record time.
Thank you.